Just sitting here live. Just went on the air to see how many people are there. That's right. I always like to sing at the beginning of my little afternoons with Al. I know nobody's here yet. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody will get to enjoy my dulcet tones later. Do I have somebody already in here? Is it up already? That's right. I always like who who jumped? Who jumped on the thread already? Hold on. I'm still trying to get everything. First, first in line, Melissa. How you doing? Uh, welcome. Thanks for joining me during one of my Celgent afternoons with Al. Casey Scott, DR. How's it going? SJWs are attacking Hallmark films. Yeah, they have been for a couple of years now. You know, Hallmark films are too white, uh, too. You know, it's it's old fashioned Americana, and it's not saying that you can't be a person of color and enjoy, and have the same kind of Hallmark life that they usually depict, which is fine. But they've started to get a little more diverse, and that's fine. Just give me a fun story and don't wave it in the face. I don't. They've had a few films that are starting to have actors of color. Perfectly fine. Like I said, it all depends on uh, on how they present it. And I'll be the first one to say, if they go off the rail, I'll be very disappointed because most of you know I love my Hallmark. It is a, I would you call it a guilty pleasure? I'd call it a guilty pleasure a little bit. Some people would be a little hesitant to say that they were fans of those kind of films, especially when you're a big rugged manly man like myself. But I don't care. I've always been very comfortable within my own skin. Uh, at least, you know, maybe not literally, but at least figuratively. And Geneziel, how's it going? Fan Man tonight, Melissa. I don't know. I really don't know. I know the Fan Man put on a stream earlier. Uh, I was listening and it kind of ended really quickly, so I don't know really what happened. Um, but he seems to have had a slight drop. I don't know if he quickly dropped out or if he ever did get back on the air. I never saw it go back on. I didn't know he was streaming. I mean, it is frustrating and I know a lot of you have been arguing about this, about not getting the notification when someone that you're subscribed to gets on the air, and it's frustrating. And not only do I subscribe to the Fan Man and have the whole alert thing done, I mean, you would think anybody I would know, the Fan Man would go on. I wish he would have told me it was going on. I would have enjoyed that. I'm um trying to get a Twitter out also here, which is why I'm not diving right into the random chats right this second. Just give me a moment, and I'll be all ready to go. Um, and okay, I'm all tweeted. Okay, let's now jump back in. But yeah, Fan Man tonight. Yeah, don't know. I asked if we were Fan Man and tonighting it, or if even he just was. I haven't heard anything back yet. The Fan Man is notoriously um, takes his time getting around to answering uh, instant message. I just think it's just the way, his life runs. Sometimes he's not like me who, like I said, disability at home, on my computer all the time, on my Kindle almost all the time. There's only a few hours a day I'm not on or reachable except for sleep. And that's when I'm eating. Sometimes I take a nap because I'm old and I get tired and I take medication. And sometimes I'm just, I just need a little bit of a break and just kind of, I just shut everything off and I can hear things dinging and it's always going, I wonder who that was. I wonder who that was. But I'm not that. So Fan Man Tonight, keep an eye out. I really don't know. I was thinking that if I had heard that he wasn't going on tonight, that I might do this tonight. But sometimes, it's just nice to have a night off when I don't have to worry about a stream and just, watch a little television. I play on my Kindle, watch TV, just kind of, and just chill and just kind of, try to get my mind not thinking about all the other crap in my life. Melissa Harris, I'm glad Hallmark doesn't Hallmark films and anime don't conform to SJWs. Yeah, I think a lot of that's going to start getting a lot less. And right now, I don't even know if it's an SJW thing or if it's just political agenda. Like with the new Picard, you hear all this stuff. The minute Patrick Stewart said Donald Trump's name in regards to what he's fighting against in his show, that literally was like, if I was a big balloon, that literally stuck a big old needle in it. It's like, it's the last thing I want to hear. I mean, I catch just enough of the news that I'm halfway up to date on things, and the rest, I don't want it invading all of my entertainment. And I know a lot of people are going to think about that, and the more and more they do it, CW is going to learn the hard way if they keep that kind of stuff up. They've backed off a little, except on their really, like the shows that they've really just dug the hole, like Supergirl and Batwoman. I mean, but yeah, they're getting there. Let's just see. Let me just see here. Janice Zeal, you're alive and well, all things considered. Melly, you're rewriting things for Spell Plague. The stream with the professor last night jump-started your in-house mental error correction. Okay. Yeah, it was a good stream last night. I like doing the book studies. He's mentioned doing the rewatch of a series like Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm probably going to opt out of that. Simply, like I said, I'm kind of overreaching myself. And I was, well, we all know what happened to the Fan Man a few months ago when he just kind of quit the social platform here altogether for a while. I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm kind of going to, I'm thinking about, like I said, keeping my afternoons with Al, doing the Saturday night streams with Troy and whoever else wants to show up, and office hours, and like one other thing, like the book club. I think that, and the Fan Man, I like doing the Fan, but the Fan Man doesn't do his as often as I really wish he would, because he brings a different energy and it's always nice. I mean, but I need a couple nights a week where I can just chill by myself. So that's why I'm very hesitant to want to get involved in into that. How much non-enjoyment are you getting from Doctor Who? The ratings keep dropping. I'm not responsible for the ratings. My view on Doctor Who, the 4 episodes they've had, I've enjoyed 3 of them to some extent. The one is actually semi-enjoyable until it got preachy, and then I just kind of blanked out on it. I know the Doctor is not the same quality as it was during the early years. That's completely the showrunners doing. Uh, he just wasn't part of that system. Even when it switched over from when it went from Russell T Davies into Stephen Moffat. Moffat had been around Russell T Davies enough to know a lot about that universe and that style. Now, Chibnall has written a couple episodes, but he really wasn't in the system. So when Chibnall took over, he kind of brought his own touches to it. But like I said, I think that's what the fans are really responding to, is that it's almost a completely different show. And it's not because it's a woman. Let's get that straight. I don't care if the Doctor's a man, a woman, or a Sontaran. Quite frankly, I like Jodie Whittaker a lot. I like her Doctor a lot. But her stories just are not ringing that well with the viewers, and that's sad, because I would like to see how Stephen Moffat would have written some stuff for Jodie. I'd like to see him kind of do a season of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I think that would be a whole different thing. Yeah, Apu, Simpsons getting rid of Apu. Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. I mean, you have to have a show where it's total parody, to have, to just make fun and be politically incorrect to everything. I mean, it's always one thing. Not so much the Simpsons, but like a Seth MacFarlane, like Family Guy, they can make fun of everything. Even though Seth MacFarlane is super liberal, he can make fun of a lot of things. So I kind of am like that. Like I said, you can make fun of conservatives as long as you also make fun of liberals and all the weirdness in between, left to right and the middle. Go for, as long as you keep it all on your list, I don't mind it. And The Simpsons, I really haven't watched The Simpsons for like 10 years. So I don't know what they're up to. Let's see here. Sorry if I'm missing people, because Felix Lord Osterman, how you doing? AL, how you doing? I think I got Daniel's here. Naps are a reward now. Good to recharge the body. Yeah, and sometimes, like this morning, I had to take a little bit of a nap. I stayed up last night longer than I should have after the live stream, and then I kind of I took a little nap and had a really weird dream, and now it kind of threw me a little bit. So I'm still recovering from that, but I've got all my other computer stuff done today. So CW Crisis on Infinite Earths erased Mac Fleischer's Superman universe in a tie-in comic. I never saw the tie-in comic stuff. I don't think the CW could get rid of that much. I don't think they have this. I don't think they have the power to get rid of too much. They could try, but we still have our stuff. So I'm not really going to be worried about it. Yeah, Casey Scott, pace myself, don't burn myself out. Yeah, true. It's better to burn out than to fade away. Yeah, you're right, Phoenix Ornament. But we all know what happened to the Kurgan now, don't we? Lost his head. Don't want to lose my head. So that's one thing I can not worry about. Yeah, stuff going on with Batman, Melissa. Yeah, like I said, I really except for big news stories, I don't really know what's going on in the comics anymore. Especially when you hear stuff like To Kill Alfred. I mean, that's that's just butt stupid. Uh, Janice Ilse, also South Park, definitely. South Park is another one that has a great habit of being able to make fun of everything. Uh, everything is conservatives are dumb, liberals are dumb, uh, the middle of the roaders are dumb, pot smokers are dumb, Bible thumpers are dumb, and I think, or some aspect of it like that. I enjoy that. That's fun. I mean, I have views that run the gambit, really, depending. I'm, you know, very much conservative, but I have some liberal views. I support some things that some Catholics may not agree with, but I just do because it's just the way I think. Damn phone. I'd like to go a day where that phone doesn't ring 10 times, and the phone rings all the freaking time, and it drives me crazy. Heard Jodie staying on as the Doctor for a third season. Why? If it's offered to her, why not? She's an actress. She needs work. Up to her. If they want to give her a third season, let them give her a third season. There are still people out there that are enjoying the show. Let them enjoy the show. If you don't enjoy it anymore, stop watching. It's very easy. Everybody has a remote or a clicker. You can click on something else. The tie-in also erased the Wonder Woman 77 universe. Well, that's funny. I watch it every weekend. It's still there for me. You can't watch Legends of Tomorrow. It's going woke with Sarah Lance turning all the women lesbian and Batwoman turning Superman into a pansy. Kevin Conroy's Batman. Well, she turned that. Well, that, like I said, I don't know whatever Earth they were on. That Batman was a different Batman than the ones we like. That was a Batman who had killed Superman, and he was an old, crippled Batman that was easily taken out by. I probably could have taken him out, but well, actually, probably not. But yeah, the Supergirl thing. Yeah, that's dumb and super woke. Yeah, Sarah Lance turning everybody into a lesbian is kind of. Yeah, you're right. It's like, come on, you're going to end. If you suddenly think everybody's going to become a lesbian, the human race is going to end. Because quite frankly, then if no man on woman action is happening, then the world's going to end for true. But yeah, let's see. I'm very glad you skipped. Phoenix Ford asked me. Glad you skipped over the CW shows. I was mildly interested in Conroy, but I heard that it turned out, so I went back to ignoring it. Yeah, It was good to see him because I like the actor and I liked seeing him live. I really wish they'd given him a more noble Batman to work. I will say, Crisis was completely 100% worth it for Brandon Routh alone. I'm glad I watched it just for that. And also to see Stephen Amell's death scene, which was epic. I thought he did such a damn good job with that. There were a lot of aspects of Crisis I liked. There were some things that really clunked, like the whole switching Lex out with Ralph Superman at the end of the third episode, and having Smallville's Clark give up his powers and stupid stuff like that. And like I said, the evil Batman. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I can not like that, but still like some of the other stuff. Like I said, I can structure my brain into knocking off and not caring about that. It's a room I don't bother going. If there's a room in your house you don't like, you don't go in it. I don't go in that room. Um, Unfortunately, the professor and the fan man don't go into the house and go stay in a motel somewhere forever. that's how that's how I kind of view it. Um, Greg Berlanti erased the classics, like Professor said. Yeah. Um, God, really doing a lot of CW talk today. Wow. Um, yeah, hit the like button, guys. Wow. Hey, yeah, I got 8 people. I got 8 thumbs up and 9 people watching. Or at least that's what my thing says right now. On I don't know if I refreshed, it might see something else. Um, yeah, Professor Danaccio taps his forehead. You think I'm more even keeled? I like to think so. I go in. I go in, hoping for the best. Uh, Expecting a few possible clunks here along the way for a lot of stuff like that, like Star Wars. When I saw Star Wars Episode 9, which I saw online, I found a version online. I'll just say that, not a beautiful, sleek, high-D version, but it was a version. Um, I go in it, like I said, one. I knew that a lot of stuff they were going to do was just not going to please everybody or most. But I wanted to see some of the battles. I wanted to see some of the characters, how they were handled after Last Jedi. And I got like a weird film that's just kind of, they were just throwing so many like little bullet point story points that they overloaded the darn movie with stuff and didn't take any time um, to build on some of the stories, and they erased uh, what Last Jedi tried to do. Like I said, a lot of people hated Last Jedi. I'm not going to say I hated Last Jedi. I don't like it as much now because I see some of the directions they tried to go in Episode 9. That actually made Episode 8 kind of I don't know if redundant's the right word, but kind of made it just made it unnecessary, and just you look at Episode 8 and you go, why even bother? The only significant thing to come out of Episode 8 now was that Luke was gone. And then they go to Episode 9, and then suddenly there's this whole stuff about the Emperor was back and blah. I was like, I would love to have seen some of that stuff built up in another movie before they went whole hog big battle time and all that in a fictional, what should have been a final movie. But yeah, they definitely did drop the ball with Episode 9. Ultimately, it's an enjoyable movie for me, but storytelling was not it wasn't good storytelling, but it had some really good action. It had better action than Episode 8, I thought, but it like I said, they needed someone who had they needed to have all 3 movies planned out before they did it. And they should have. Now, of course, you go back to Episode 4, or when it was just Star Wars, and he didn't have a full vision, but I'll bet he knew what was going to happen after he did Empire. I'm sure he had those last 2 movies planned out after he realized he was going to come up, going to deliver them, because he needed to have the full vision. They didn't do that with this film. They just gave 3. They gave one film to this guy, and then, okay, here, Rian Johnson, home and do it, don't do whatever. And then they had nowhere to go. And they realized they'd kind of painted themselves into a corner creatively, and they really couldn't get out. They tried. They didn't really do it, but they tried, you know. I'll give them that. I saw Raylo floating around here. Casey Scott, yeah. The Raylo shippers are nuts. They are sending death threats to everyone who worked on the film. Um, I like the Raylo dynamic. I'm not saying as a romance necessarily. I mean, it could have worked if they'd done it right. You know, I'm sure the actors could have pulled it off. But I liked Daisy and Adam's working relationship. I thought they did a good job in scenes that they did together. So I did like that. You know, like someone says Raylo, they immediately think, oh, you wanted, um, Ray and Kylo together and doing all this stuff. No, no, because Han and Luke is a relationship. Um, what would you call that, Luan? Luan or Hook? Maybe Hook. Okay, yeah. If you're a Hook person, shipper and like I said, shipper relation. There's all kinds of different relationships. Father and son is a relationship, so you don't necessarily need to have them to be sexual. Daniel Heron got 2 tickets for John Williams conducting the Pittsburgh Symphony in June. That's awesome. Um, God, John Williams gets another Oscar nom this year for episode. I think it was for episode. It is for episode 9, didn't he? Didn't he get nominated for that? But I saw the number of nominations he's had. Damn, that man is just I mean, wow, what a legend. I mean, it's almost beyond legend now. It's like he's like entering godlike status. You know, John Williams, god of music, god of movie scores. Um, it would be so cool to meet him and to watch him like live, and just I just like to talk to him and just pick his brain about certain themes and where he got it and what he was feeling when he came up with it, and when he knew he had, like, the moment he knew he had the right combination for Star Wars, Superman, and like Close Encounters, those 4 notes, that do 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 do. Boy, my voice is just not 100% today. I don't know what's up, but plus I'm chewing gum, so who knows. Um, but yeah, going back to shippers, I've always been a shipper. I do enjoy a romantic relationship, and shows. Some pay off, some don't. Um, like I said, for the biggest time, I was a Mulder and Scully shipper. Thank God that finally came in, even though by the time it did, nobody cared about the show anymore. um, but yeah, like I said, going to do like I said, some stuff coming up on the channel. Going to do the Mummy tomorrow night. Hope everybody's looking forward to that. Everybody going to join me tomorrow night? Me, Troy, and the caffeinated commentator, the artist formerly known as Mara Jade, will be has agreed to join us. Hopefully, she'll pop in. Looking forward to that. Not sure the movie's coming after that. Like I said, I do know that the professor wants to do the Lone Ranger movie, which is cool. I finally, like I said, finally got around to watching it, and it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I put that thing off for so long because I just heard, some of the things I heard, and it's another lesson. Don't listen to what other people say. I I watched that film only because my friend Michael, the professor, suggested it. And I was like, okay, I'll give in. I'll watch it. And within 30 minutes, I was like, damn, I'm glad I did. Because this was a pretty cool film. Um, um, so yeah, I'm looking for I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm not sure when he's going to do that. It could be next week, could be the week after. Um, Beyond that, we don't have any movies really uh completely picked out. We always mention like, oh yeah, we need to do a rewatch of that. We need to do a rewatch of this. And I don't think either Troy or I actually like come up with a schedule. We just kind of play it by whim. This week I want to do the Mummy because so many people have asked for the Mummy and it was always in the conversation. So I thought it was time to finally get around to doing it. Uh, it's been a long time since I watched it, so I'm looking forward to watching it again and just seeing it with kind of fresh eyes because I hadn't really seen it in a while. And but I had some other possibilities out there. Like I said, Voice got. I definitely want to do Big Trouble in Little China one day. That's a big one I want to do. But there's some like odd, weird '70s things I would like to do, and I don't know how much interest there would be in doing with stuff like that. Something like John Carpenter's Dark Star, which was a film he did before Halloween, which was a sci-fi film, like it's a cult classic, but I'm just not sure how many people would be interested in watching it. Um, okay, AL's going to try to come. Phoenix Lord Asserman's will actually be able to attend the Saturday rewatch. It's awesome. Tomorrow night, getting our mummy on, and it is the Brendan Fraser mummy for those who still have any wonder, because a lot of people are here because there's been so many mummies out there. Got to get the right, got to make sure to have the right one. It is the Brendan Fraser version. One, I would never subject anyone to the Tom Cruise version, and two, I don't have an MP4 of Karloff's yet. Maybe one day, and that's something like that is like a classic Universal stuff. That's more for like October time, getting ready for Halloween time. Um, Casey Scott's heard of Dark Star but never seen it. Yeah, it's one of those things. Being the age I am, by the time I hit college, it was already a cult classic because it came out in 76, 74, 76, 74 and 76, somewhere in there. And it was the kind of show they showed on campus, like Saturday night, 9 o'clock. All the geeks would show up to the place where they showed movies, and we'd watch, either a cult movie or whatever the film club had come up for us. And the film club guys were my friends. So it was my college buddies were coming up with films, so we were watching that. We watched Krull. The very first film I watched on campus was the original Conan the Barbarian. I do remember that, but like Dark Star came along, and some couple of weird things. I don't even remember what the names of them were. But they were always a lot of fun. Wizards, Ralph Bakshi's Wizards, the cartoon from 70, was it 77, 78? Which is a very bizarre, like, boy, did I take too much acid when I thought up this thing kind of a film, which is really cool. Yeah, Phoenix Lord Asperman, yeah, Dark Star is great. But and I know I think Casey Scott, you've been wanting to watch Bubba Hotep. I've got that. I'd like to play that eventually. It might have to be later on, maybe like I said, towards October. But it's like it's hard to come up with like you get ideas from all over the place, and you're just not sure which person, who's actually going to want to watch certain ones. And I know some of you just like show up just to listen to us banter between, during a film, but which is awesome. I love having you guys just kind of pop up and listen and seeing what's going on. I always have such a great time watching a film with you guys in chat and with like Troy or the professor or the fan man, because where I'm at, I don't really have any friends close that would sit around and we'd watch a film together and have popcorn, beer, soda, pizza, whatever, making a night of it, watching 2 or 3 films in a row. I just don't get to do that anymore ever since, I grew up, which is really a bummer. And so it brings back those fun memories, and I really, really enjoy it. Yeah, Casey Scott, you remember Wizards, saw it on IFC once, and yes, on Bubba Hotep. Phoenix Wright asked for Bruce Campbell movies are always fun. Yeah. Although I've seen Army of Darkness, but I've never seen the original Evil Dead. Or is it Evil Dead 2 that came before Army of Darkness? See, I'm not up on the Evil Dead stuff. I know Fan Man's a big zombie fan. I've never been a big zombie fan guy. I'm much more of your generic hack slash, your gothic ghost, your thriller, your thrill killer kind of deal. Zombies, the shambling zombie thing's never been one for me. I like a vampire. I do like a good mummy that maybe delves a little into history. But you just you find what you like and you kind of go with it. But yeah, like I said, always great to just sit around, even just knowing you guys are kind of like out there, even if I don't hear you and just see words on a screen. It's a good feeling. It is like hanging out with the buds, with the well, maybe not those kind of buds, but Phoenix Ford asked about Evil Dead 2, then Army of Darkness, says Casey Scott, and then the Evil Dead series is the basic chronology. I'll have to check out. Oh my gosh, sorry, I had a little yawn there. Yeah, Evil Dead 1 and 2, I'll have to go back and watch those one day. Just to say I have. Wonder if the fan man would ever watch them. Still waiting for the fan man to decide on when he's going to watch his next film. Remember, he's mentioned The Shadow with Alec Baldwin before, which is kind of a cool film. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I know the fan man really likes the character of The Shadow. One of those older heroes with a very cool backstory. And he once was talking about doing a Facebook page about the Shadow, but I'm the only one who ever seems to do Facebook pages anymore on fan stuff. Like I said, still got my iconic Batman going, but I'm down to 2 a day. One piece of art and a comic cover. And Universal Monsters, I still try to do about 4 of those a day. And I try to hit Maids and Monsters sporadically. I think I updated it last week, I think. I'll try to find that one is kind of like I got to think about doing. I think I may have to go that way with Batman for a while. I'm kind of burned out on Batman, but I'm still enjoying Universal Monsters, so we'll see. I might have to tune it down some though, because I'm using a lot of material. I get so enthusiastic about doing something. I go through so much material that I start to run out, and I gotta like look for it. And I'm like, going, I can't find anything. Oh my god. Oh, Big Al, you're loved, and yes, the essence of watching films with friends. It's why I join up with all of you. Meow. Oh, thank you, Jana Zeal. Yeah, Melissa Harris, Evil Dead is awesome. Oh, good. Um, watch Chuck Connor's Tourist Trap. Huh. I'll have to look that one up. That sounds familiar though. So the moment when Al was describing beer, soda, and popcorn, that is life. That's my friends is friendship on a Friday night. Yeah, I used to have friends over all the time. Me and some college friends, they would just come by my place when my place wasn't falling apart. And and VHS was the thing. And we'd watch, God, a Conan movie, uh, like Yellowbeard, which was a collaboration between some of the Monty Python guys and like Cheech and Chong's in it, and a lot of them. Just a lot of people are involved in that. That was a good one. What Monty Python films, weird, just cool sci-fi, weird sci-fi, anything, and it was always a great time. And if we were doing that, we were playing D&D. So that's kind of that was the crowd that I was with. Uh, was Harris iconic Batman page got a picture of Batman and Robin. I mean, you got a picture of Batman and Robin on it, or do you have one for it? If you have one for it, just pop me an email. Or that's weird. I mean, no, because nobody has my email here. Um, I'll figure out something. Or you can always just send it just message me on the site. Send a message to Iconic Batman, and if I see it, I'm behind on the messages. They changed the freaking message thing and notifications on it, and now suddenly like it's hard to find anything, and it's hard to make things disappear. Like I can read it, but it's still showing up as unread. So I don't know what I've read, what I haven't read, how many do I actually have? I don't know. It's god awful. And then they changed how you do the posting scheduling. Used to be able to do it right from the first page, but now you have to go into publishing tools. Yeah. Sorry, slight rant there. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, be a nice watch. I need to pop that DVD in later. I remember seeing Up in Smoke in the movie theater. Like I said, old man here. Up in Smoke. Oh God, it was paired with something. My old movie theater here before it went out of business used to do double features, and you'd get in the first. You pay your entry and you get to see 2 movies, and it was a good cheap movie time, and it was just fun. It was an old looking theater, it's seen its better days, but it was very retro kind of style for the area anyway. And I've never seen Up in Smoke paired with, oh God, I don't know what it was paired with, but I used to love watching some of those double features. Like they have like the Black Cauldron and Cocoon or something, or I'm trying to think some of the doubles they actually had, but I can't really think of any right now. I think that's the only one I can really think of was Cocoon paired with Black Cauldron. I know Black Cauldron's one I know the professor would want to do. Is a page that uses a sign up button and a picture of Silver Age Batman and Robin. Yeah, the cover picture I've got on Iconic Batman is an old Silver Age picture. I think it's Silver Age. It's oh, who did it? Can't think of the artist's name all of a sudden. I think I have a Jim Lee as the avatar. But I have a few that I go to. A few go-to pictures I like to use for Batman. Well, I'm not going to stay on here too long. How long have I been on here? 45 minutes? That's not bad. It's not a bad little chat. Just want to see, like I said, unless anybody has a question, open book. I'll answer anything you want as long as this doesn't implicate somebody else. Like I said, any questions, any comments, any snide remarks, any requests for any rewatch ideas that's not an anime, please. If you do have anything. um but yeah, like I said, I'd like to get on once a week just to kind of just do a little rambling, just to say hi, to see how everybody else is doing. Thank you, Phoenix Lord Asserman. That's been a nice chat. Yeah, it has. Like I said, it's cathartic for me. I kind of get on and kind of do my little spiel and just kind of free flow. Are we going to do so? Oh, okay, here we go. Are we going to do some Godzilla rewatch when Kong and Godzilla comes out? Oh, definitely. Hey, we're gonna have to watch the original Kong versus Godzilla. Gotta do that. And gotta, yeah. I have the original 54 or 56 actually, when you consider the Americanized version. I want to do the original Godzilla. Um, Definitely when Kong and before Kong and Godzilla come out, definitely want to do the original Kong and Godzilla. Or actually, this one's Godzilla versus Kong, and the original is King Kong versus Godzilla. So that's how they keep it straight. Because the new one, Godzilla's the main guy in the franchise. He's got first billing. Godzilla versus Kong. So, and I've seen some of the pictures. Have you guys seen some of the artwork that's been coming out? I don't know if it's official, but yeah, Kong is definitely giving up some size and weight to Big G because he is massive. But Kong, I think, definitely has got the agility, the range, and I'm sure there's some just brute power strength in there. Um, I am looking forward to that because I still say last year the best movie to come out was Godzilla King of Monsters. I didn't see anything better. That's not saying a lot because I didn't really see a lot last year, but that was a freaking ass great film. One of the best kaiju films of all time. And that's saying a lot because there's been a lot of kaiju films in the day. And I'm counting things like Pacific Rim and, different countries, Cloverfield, which I really liked. Because me, I do like my found footage POV type of films. But yeah, definitely I'll do that. Okay, well, if that's all, let me get on my StreamYard here so I know, make sure I'm all good. Getting ready to end my broadcast. I do want to thank everyone for coming out today. Casey, Phoenix, Melissa, Janice, Zeal, Daniel Heron, AL. Who am I missing here? If I'm missing you, I'm so sorry. DR was in the house for a while there, so yeah, thank you. Why am I starting to sing this? I do not know, but I like to sing like this, and I've told you so. So, I'll definitely come to an end. But you know me, it takes a while. Uh, hope everyone has a good weekend. I hopefully see you tomorrow night for The Mummy. Once more, the 1999 Brendan Fraser version. Fan Man tonight, don't know yet. Keep tuned. Who knows? Hopefully there will be. But I am not. Um, I'm not going to hold my breath with anything coming out. Oh wait, okay. Well, Disney owns Fox. I also wanted to have porn parody film. Can't do a rewatch of. Well, I wouldn't do it here. Godzilla had legs. It didn't do gangbusters, but it lasted longer than the other films. Yeah, that's sad. Godzilla needed more. I'm surprised it didn't. Uh, oh, happy Chinese New Year! Is it the year of the rat? It is the year of the rat. I hadn't heard really for some reason, just didn't know what it was. So happy year of the rat, everyone. I'm a year of the snake guy myself, 65. So all you rats out there, hope you have a great year. Um, yeah, I'll have to look. I like Chinese New Year. It's cool. She got it. Now I want some Chinese food. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me. As always, God bless and take care.